Warning, this is a little bit death-defying. Hey everybody, guess what I just bought? I just got back from Kansas yesterday with this big, beautiful camper that we're going to use for our cross-country trip. I'll take you guys on a tour, show you the inside, some of the fun things, and everything we're going to be working on to get it ready for our cross-country trip to the feast and everywhere else. So, come on in. I'll walk you through what we've got here. So, this is called a tow-behind travel trailer. That means you hook up that trailer hitch to the back of your enormous van or your truck. So, you don't need a fifth wheel or a pickup truck or anything. We can tow this behind our big passenger van, Big Frank. So, you hook it up there. Then, you normally have two propane tanks that sit right there behind the hitch. Normally you have itty bitty little 20 or 30 pound ones, but instead of that, we're going all out. We are going to have 100-pound tanks, which are enormous. So right now I am fabricating a whole new mount system for where those are going to go. I can show you that in another video. It's a lot of fun. Then, the layout of this trailer is actually really nice. In the front here, you have the master bedroom. It takes up the whole front nose area. Behind that, you have a door, which is the main way in. This one is awesome because it has an awning, which you can see sticking out, and it has something, which we'll get to later, called opposing slides. It has a slide that comes out this way, and on the other side, a slide that goes out that way. So instead of an 8-foot wide trailer, you have a 12 or 14-foot wide trailer, which makes a lot of difference when you're living in it and you have a lot of people in it. And then, this is really cool. I'll show you the back of the trailer because it is not the normal one that you might expect. So here we are at the back of the trailer. Now this is really cool. This is not your average travel trailer. They usually have either travel trailers with a bedroom and just open living space, or what they call bunkhouse, where you've got a bunch of really poorly designed, uncomfortable bunk beds in the back for children that you don't like. We decided to go with what they call a toy hauler. This is the back, and it is one enormous door. The door folds down, as I'll show you in a second, and the entire back is good to keep ATVs or dirt bikes or things like that, or all of your children, which is what we're going to be doing. Let's take a look. Warning, this is a little bit death-defying. There we go. Voila! There's the ramp. That's the whole back of the camper right there. It opens up. It's got a screen, which I'll undo, but first thing, we're going to walk in the side door. This model has two doors, one in the front, which is hiding behind that slide, and this is the back door that goes right into the garage/kids room. So here we have the garage, which is really the kids room. And what's great is you have 2 bunk beds. When you're not using these, they both actually slide up, nest together, and disappear into the ceiling, which is really cool. That way, if you want to drive your ATV or whatever thing that you have, you can just drive it right underneath. For us, this works beautifully because we have a 12-foot deep room that has lots of room for the kids, things, toys. I mean, the only toys this thing's going to be hauling are like Legos and blocks and dolls. No ATVs. But you can see this is pretty spacious actually. It's got cabinets up here. It has, and this is one of the reasons we bought this unit, a second bathroom. May not sound like a big deal if you don't have 5 kids, but I like using the bathroom occasionally. And if there's only one, I don't get to. So, bath and a half, it's just got a sink and a toilet back here, and then we have a full bathroom through that door, heading into the middle of the trailer. Let's take a look. So in here, this is the living room/kitchen. I can't zoom back any wider than this, but we'll do the best here. So this whole area behind me is a slide. You can see this wood trim goes up, over, and down behind me. That whole box slides in and completely fills up this area here. So this whole slide comes in, and normally it's pretty nice because it gives you lots of floor space. Over here, we've got another slide, which is this guy. Go up, over, and all the way down there. All of the kitchen appliances slide in and nest right behind the little island here. So it's actually pretty spacious feeling for a camper. One nice thing is that because this is a toy hauler, it has an unusually high ceiling. This is every bit of like 7'10", which most campers are like 6'8", where like I'm 6'2". I would normally be pretty close to brushing my head on the ceiling in a regular camper. So this feels super roomy. So we've got the kitchen, we've got a normal, what they call a 3-burner stove. It's small. Teeny tiny little oven for cooking teeny tiny little things. Little bitty microwave, a small RV fridge. These are neat because they can run on electricity or on propane. I have no idea how because I've never figured it out, but nonetheless, it's a little bit magic. Then we've got our island. It's buried in blankets right now, but sink, lots of cabinet space by travel trailer standards. I guess if you've lived in a tiny one-room apartment, this might seem pretty roomy. But then we've got our little entertainment center, TV and cabinets and things like that. In here, let's see, this is our main bathroom. Here's the control panel with all of the lights and for opening the slides and doing all those different things. Here we have the regular bathroom, tiny toilet, tiny sink, and an even tinier bathtub shower. Good for bathing people that are no more than 8 inches tall. But it does the job. Here we've got the master bedroom. I didn't make the bed, so my apologies. But yeah, this is a king-size bed in a room that is 6 inches wider and longer than a king-size bed. There's just enough room to slide through here, which is less than ideal. It was originally meant to be a queen-size bed, which I think we're going to go back to, so we have room to, I don't know, stand sideways instead of inching our way along here. But it's actually pretty roomy. It's cool because it's got charging ports for our phones buried up there over this little shelf. It's got some storage space. It even has little bitty closets where you can hang up your clothes in. It's going to be tight compared to having a full master bedroom with dressers and closets and all that. But you know what? Pulling it around behind us all across the country, totally worth it. So that is some of the travel trailer. Let's take a look at a few more things outside before we finish up. This is the compartment for your generator. Some of them come pre-installed. I already have one that I really like, and so this is going to be the compartment where our generator lives, and our battery bank, charge controller, all of the solar stuff. I am shooting to have us 100% off-grid capable, so we are going to have a whole pile of solar panels up on the roof. I had a short video about that. We've got 2 kilowatts of solar. I think I'm probably only going to have 4 panels, which is about 1.3 kilowatts of power up on the roof, because that's all that's going to fit. They're going to charge up our lithium batteries that we're going to have in this snazzy little generator compartment, and that with an inverter is going to hopefully power everything in this rig, maybe except for the big air conditioner up on the roof. That one's an energy hog, and we might only be able to use it either with the generator or when we're plugged in at a campground. So that's power. Let's take a look down here. Here we've got all of our hookups and stuff. So this big yellow one is our, what you could call campground or shore power. When you're at a campground or somewhere with a great big electrical outlet, this is a 30 amp outlet. So it's got a great big plug with like 3 or 4 prongs on it. And it plugs into a great big outlet and it powers the whole camper. It can run everything all at once. Down here we've got our water inlets. One of them is to fill up our water tank. We have 100 gallons of fresh water that we can carry in the rig anywhere we go. It's heavy, but it's really convenient. The other one is to just like plug in through a hose, and that gives you pressurized water if you're at a campground or somewhere where you have access to pressurized drinking water. It's got satellite TV and cable TV. If we cared about either of those, we could hook them up. Here we have our other slide on the outside. This is where all the couches and everything are, and you see it just slides right out. And when we're ready to go, it slides back in and off we go. This is a cool feature. Down here, we actually have a fuel system. Since this is a toy hauler, it's made for hauling toys, that most of which run on gasoline. So this actually has a gas tank in it specifically to fill up stuff with. Now, I don't have the keys with me, but inside this little door is an actual gas pump with a hose, and you can fill up your things. It also connects to the generator. That's the thing that I think is most important. So I'm never going to have to fill our generator up because I can attach it directly to this 30-gallon gas tank, which is really awesome. So we go to the gas station, I fill up Big Frank with diesel, I fill up this guy with 30 gallons of gas, and I can run our generator for a couple of weeks at least, just on that. Well, that really does it. This travel trailer is awesome, and I hope is going to be a really super good fit for what we're doing. I had to drive to Kansas to get it. It was 1,200 miles round trip, but it was totally worth it because the price was right. Thanks to Doug in Kansas for an awesome deal, and I hope you guys join us again to see all the fun new stuff we're going to be doing. Bye.